Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode from the Gluten Gurus, myself and my daughter Samantha. And this time we're going to do something a little bit different to what the previous 4 episodes have been. But first we just want to mention a charity which is a coeliac disease charity, is it Sam?
Yeah.
Sam knows more about it than myself. We will put a link in the description below if you want to go check it out and have a look for yourselves. So what is this charity, Sam?
So it's the biggest charity for celiac disease. It's called Coeliac UK, and they are a growing charity, more popular now than ever. They have a website, a membership that you can pay for each month, and it just gives you like loads of advice. Loads of recipes, people to talk to who are in the same situation, even restaurants to go to. So there's even, a list of restaurants that are safe, that are celiac safe.
Oh, that's good then, yeah, that's good that. So, like we said, I think we said before, when my daughter first found out, and she found it hard and probably kind of isolated,
Yeah.
So this is a good thing to have, and like I said, if you are on your own, for instance, and you haven't really got anybody around you that's that can give you advice, because unfortunately getting doctor's advice nowadays can be quite tricky. So yeah, these guys will look after you, they'll help you, and like Sam says, give you advice and what have you. So what are we doing today? Well, like I said, we've been mainly using the hob to cook as last few bits of food, but today we're going to be using the oven. We're going to be doing a bit of baking. Tell them what we're doing, Sam.
We're going to do gluten-free scones.
I'm looking forward. I am a proper scone lover. We actually, myself and our Sam's family, we went to Sundown Adventureland the other day, which is a little theme park. It's just for families. And yeah, I couldn't resist. I had a cream scone. It wasn't gluten free, so obviously I had to make sure that I kept everything away from our Sam and Noah. And just to make sure that once I'd eaten it, I disposed of it, and then I went straight into the toilet and washed my hands. Obviously you're not going to get that everywhere. Somebody could have had a scone previous to us sitting at the table, and there could be crumbs everywhere, and that is the thing that restaurants or anywhere like that need to be on top of, really. But that's something to talk about another day. Today we're talking scones, gluten-free scones, and I'm new to this. And now Sam's shown me the ingredients. I'm quite surprised. There's quite a few ingredients here that have to be gluten-free. So we're going to show you, and that is the next stage. Let's show you what you need to bake gluten-free scones.
So for this recipe, we're going to need some milk, gluten-free self-raising flour, caster sugar, sangum, 1 egg, gluten-free baking powder, and please make sure that this is gluten-free as it can be easily mistaken, vanilla extract, lemon juice, some butter, and then to finish you could use some jam and some clotted cream. That's what I would use, but obviously you can finish with anything.
So the first thing you want to do before we start mixing the ingredients is get your oven nice and hot. So we're going to turn this oven on and we're going to put it at 200 degrees, and we're going to get that getting nice and warm. Like I said, while we do those ingredients, also you want to prepare your baking tray. and you want some baking paper over that. Just get it ready so everything's ready for once you've mixed your ingredients, and then we can start putting the scones on the tray ready for the oven.
So first we're going to do our self-raising flour and measure that. You're going to need 340 grams of this, so quite a bit.
Bang on.
And then we'll just empty that into a bowl for now. So next, we're going to need 1 teaspoon of the gluten-free baking powder. Put that in with the flour. And then 1/4 teaspoon of the sangum. Just 1/4. And that also goes in.
And then do we mix that?
And then we're going to mix that together.
Lovely.
And now we're going to put 85 grams of butter in. Try and use butter straight from the fridge as well, as we don't want it going too soft. It just make it hard to rub in later on. So that's 85 grams that we're going to put into the dry ingredients.
So we come to the messy bit, and our Sam's given me this job. So obviously you've got your dry mixture there. We've done the butter, they've weighed that out. We're just going to pop that in. Just like our Sam says, if it's cold then it'll break up easier with the butter, because you just want it in little cubes, and we're just going to break those up, put those in there. Like I said, this is the messy bit. Break them up into little pieces. And then, basically, you're going to mix that into a mixture which resembles, I suppose, like breadcrumbs, but you know, all that mix up. So, give me 2 minutes and I'll come back to you when it's mixed. So, as you can see, we've now got to a stage where it's a consistency of like fine breadcrumbs. All that butter's mixed in with the flour and the baking soda powder and the xanthan gum. Already it smells lovely. But yeah, now we need to add the caster sugar in. We've got this big bowl here of caster sugar, and we want 4 tablespoons. So basically, just add it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is that in, and then basically just mix that in as well, and that'll give that a nice sweetness to the mixture.
So now we're going to measure out 175 millilitres of milk. And what we're going to do with this is slightly heat it up, but make sure that it's not too hot. So I'm just going to pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And that should just get it to a nice lukewarm temperature. And now we're going to add 3 teaspoons of lemon juice to the warm milk. So 1, 2, 3, and 1.5 teaspoons of the vanilla extract. So just before it cools, we are just going to briefly whisk that in. And then set aside to cool down.
So this next stage now, I'm going to try and do it all in one shot. First of all, get your tray with your baking paper on. Get that in the oven. The oven is nice and hot now. We want that in the oven. Because ideally we want that baking paper nice and hot, ready for when the scones go on. It'll just help them cook that bit better. So we have now got us mixture, as wet mixture here. And what I've done, you make a little well in the dry mixture, the flour. I've also got a cup of the beaten egg ready, and that is just to put over the top of the scones. It's going to brown them up nicely. But like I said, I've got the mixture. We're basically just going to pour that in to the middle, and we're going to mix this up. Now what this is going to form is a nice sticky mixture. That's all we're doing, just mixing this up. So give me a minute and we'll get it mixed up. So as you can see, I've mixed that up, and like I say, you have got a really sticky mixture. That's why we need, usually with gluten-free dough, you do need quite a bit of flour to help, you know, help it stop it sticking basically. I'm just going to sprinkle some flour onto this worktop because we need to basically roll this mixture around. So I'm just going to grab that out, put it on there, and then basically I'm just going to fold that in. I'm just going to knead it a little bit. It's still quite sticky, it's very soft, and it's weird because I don't do much baking. I have done baking before at home, but you can tell the difference. This is a lot softer gluten-free flour. Well, sorry, the mixture compared to like a normal scone mixture. It just falls apart. It's like it don't want to hold together. It's more like Play-Doh than an actual mixture, really. So we'll get that into a nice roundish shape. Now we want the tray out of the oven. That should be nice and hot now. Don't want it too flat. Can always fold it back in. Just get the tray out of the oven. And basically, what we're going to do, and now we're going to cookie cutter the dough and make a few scones. Now we haven't got a scone cutter to hand, unfortunately, so we're just going to use a glass, just a medium shaped glass. Just cut it out, take that out and put it on the paper. Do another one, and the same again. That's 2 scones. Mix that up again, same kind of thing. Pat it down to a decent size. Cut it out. And that's another one done. I'm just going to get a bit more flour because it's sticking. Quite messy, but baking usually is. I don't think you can get away from the fact that baking is a messy project. We may get 2 more out of this. That's 1, and then I think what I'll do is I'll just form that into a ball, pat it down a bit. and we'll nice big one there to finish off. Then we've got his egg wash. Again, I haven't got an egg brush so I'm just going to use my hands. I'm going to do that right under the top. If you've got kids, get your kids to help out. Get them doing this messy bit. They'll love it. But yeah, don't be frightened to get your hands in and get a little bit mucky. And there we have it. That is now ready to go in the oven. And as I say, back into the oven. And it should take about 12 minutes. It should take about 12 to 15 minutes to bake through, and I'm really looking forward to it. I am a lover of jam and cream, clotted cream on my scones, so and like we showed you in the ingredients here, we have got those, so I can't wait. It's going to be lovely. So there you have it. That is the gluten-free scones. We had jam and cream on. Absolutely delicious, weren't they, Sam?
Yeah.
And yeah, kind of worried that they wouldn't work out. I think you've tried scones before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Didn't quite work out.
No, when I made them, I don't know what went wrong. Whether it was something to do with the mixture, you know, not weighing the ingredients up properly, but mine just crumbled, and I just couldn't get them together.
And that is probably something that gluten-free baking, you know, is hard to do because it's an hard mixture to do. When I was kneading the mixture, I found that it was more like a Play-Doh texture rather than a good solid, you know, mixture. But yeah, we managed it and we got through it, and they really were delicious. A bit lighter than usual scones, normal scones, but still quite filling. We had one each, didn't we? And it wasn't enough. But yeah, obviously you don't have to have jam and cream on. Some people just like butter on them, especially when they come out and they're lovely and warm and butter just melts. Absolutely delicious. So give that recipe a try. You know, baking wise, I think scones are probably the easiest thing to do. So yeah, it's worthwhile giving it a shot. We would just like to thank our very first subscriber, well actually as our only subscriber, Nigel 5. He subscribed about 2 weeks ago. Thank you very much, Nigel. We both appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the videos, the recipes, and just the, you know, the down-to-earth nature of the way we're doing these videos. But yeah, so until next time when we think of something else to cook up or bake, thank you everyone for watching. As usual, like, subscribe, comment below. Any comments are welcome, and you know, hopefully we can get the channel to grow a bit more. We would appreciate that. So even if you're just watching the video, just subscribe, you know, and help us out. But until next time, from myself and my daughter Samantha, thank you for watching and see you later.